What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Sports Geek. I'm Errol. What's going on, everybody? Wow. So great news in Yankee land. I'm sure you guys already know. Aaron Judge wins the MVP, right? Isn't that pretty cool? Of course. Right? And rightly so he does. He deserves that because I'm glad the voters didn't make this mistake. Listen, nothing against Cal Raleigh. He had a great season. I'm tired of people saying it's because he's a catcher and it's demanding. What position isn't demanding in baseball? You tell me. Right? Pitching every 5 days. Okay, that's pretty demanding. Most of these guys are having surgeries. They're throwing 90-something miles an hour consistently. Right? So isn't that stress on your body and your arm? You know, position players, running bases, getting injured. It's all demanding, right? So stop trying to downplay one position to another. Cal Raleigh had a great season, nothing with that, but he only beat Aaron Judge in 3 categories. And I believe that was RBIs, home runs, and I think stolen bases. I think I could be wrong on stolen bases, but it's only 3 categories, right? I don't know how that would put him in. Yeah, let me stop. Let me preface this by saying once again, Cal Raleigh's deserving of it. Nothing against him. What if Aaron Judge didn't get hurt? What if he had a longer time to play? Remember, he was out for a while. Say he came close to, say, 58 home runs, not 60. Match the RBI count because of those home runs and possible people on bases. You know, I think that's what the voters kind of looked at. Like, maybe if he wasn't hurt, he would have been right there. And he's a complete player. The batting average, you know, run score, the whole 9, you know. So the slugging, on base percentage, right? He's been walked a lot. So to me, well-deserved. Appreciate the fact that he finally won that. Not finally, I think this is his 3rd MVP. Yes. So yeah, right. Once again, cheers to Aaron Judge. All right. Thank you. Awesome work. Thank you, voters, for making the right decision. Yeah. So I could even go as far as to blame the Yankees for allowing Cal Raleigh to win, namely the RBI. Why? Because time and time again, the Yankees had no one that could really get on base in front of Aaron Judge. So just think about it. How many single home runs did he hit? Right? For like just driving himself in. Imagine if people can actually get on base, put some ducks on the pond, and help this guy out. Whole different story, correct? So I'll go as far as even say that's the Yankees' fault for not having a decent leadoff hitter, right? Constantly, mixing and matching and putting this guy at leadoff, that guy. Enough's enough. Go get a leadoff hitter. You know? So congrats to Aaron Judge. That's all I'll say about that. And then we got Cash from the GMA. Let's skip to that segment right there. So I watched the video on YouTube of Cashman at the general manager's meeting. He wasn't there. He attended via phone conference, which is fine. I don't care who wasn't there. But I listened to what he said, and I'm very disturbed at what he said. The Yankees have legitimate holes. They have legitimate holes at shortstop. They have legitimate holes in the outfield. He went as far as to say that they were very interested in bringing Trent Grisham back at $22 million a year. Why? Because Trent had a career year. Once again, nothing against Trent Grisham. Does anybody in this audience think that Trent Grisham is going to repeat that year? I certainly don't. I certainly don't. Trent Grisham might hit 25 home runs next year, but do you really think he's going to perform at the level that he performed last year? Yes, he unlocked something. But the one thing I can say about baseball players, it is difficult to remain consistent. That's the one thing I can say about Aaron Judge. The dude's consistent when he's not injured. He's consistent. The past few years, he's put up some numbers because he said, I want to be not just a power hitter, but a hit for average. Because you need that. You need table setters, man. You need to get on base so other people can drive you in, or you need to get on base in front of him so he can drive you in potentially. So when you're building a team, the Yankees have home run hitters, but dude, their batting average is dog crap. They don't hit in the clutch, right? We've seen it time and time again. And that's how you lose games. That's how you stress your bullpen out. That's how you stress your pitchers out, right? One day the offense shows up, next day, hey, should we show up today? Should we? I don't know. Is it okay to show up today? I don't know. I guess we can just let this team come in here, take a big crap in our living room, and just die. And not okay, cool. That sounds good. Yeah, we got this. We'll win for tomorrow. We'll worry about tomorrow, which is Boone's natural managerial style. Can't use this guy today because I need him tomorrow. We gotta salvage one of these games, dude. Listen, I live by a very simple philosophy. It's really, really simple. Maybe nobody else does. I live for today. I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow. I could step outside and get hit by a bus driver who's texting. There could be a little shard meteor that's iron ore or carbonite that somehow doesn't burn up in the Earth's atmosphere and hits me in the cabeza. Boom, dead. Right? Sinks right through my skull because of that heat. Just a little penny-sized meteorite that got through. Nobody knows. So why manage a baseball team like there's a tomorrow? Win for today. And if those wins stack up on a day-to-day basis, not what you plan on for this is not the postseason. Even then you got to play for today. Right? So to me, stop messing around. Get some guys that can hit. No disrespect to Trent Grisham. I wouldn't have offered the $22 million. Rumors has it he might turn it down. I certainly hope so. They don't need him. They don't need him. If you want to bring Belly back, fine. I'd much prefer Kyle Tucker, but bring Belly back. Go get another outfielder somewhere. If that is a Stephen Kwan trade, if that is another. I hear San Diego might be looking to trade some players. I don't know if they'll think about some of their outfielders or Tatis, or I have no idea. But there's got to be something that can make them better. And instead, this team continues to just go, well, we'll put together a team that, is sort of good, that can compete. They'll say they're contenders. They'll say they want to put a championship caliber team. I don't see it. And I'm preparing you guys. I don't see them doing dick this offseason. I really don't. They still have hope for Volpe. He didn't sound like he was 100% positive on a good pitcher. He says he needs like a swing man because he got guys coming back. You don't know how they're going to come back. Yes, they're coming back, but you don't know how they're going to perform. They just got off an injury, man. They just got off of it. You've seen it through time and time again. Any team's pitcher who comes back from Tommy John or whatever they come back from, they're not effective for the first year or 6 months. Why would you put that pressure on Cole and Schmidt and whoever else and Rodon's at his bone spurs, what the hell he's got going on? Let them heal up and then use them at will. But dude, I wouldn't rush him back. And when you rush him back, you don't know what you're going to get. They haven't had a full season of spring training. I mean, this is just pure madness how these guys are operating this baseball team. The Mets are rumored to lose $350 million. I don't know their accounting. I can't see it. I'll take what they say. Sure, okay, fine. But I guarantee Steve Cohen, he's doubling down. Why? Because he bought Juan Soto, a couple other players, and their time is to try to win now, not 15 years after Juan Soto's contract expires. And if that's the case, then blow up the team and rebuild it. And I was the same thing for the Yankees. If that's your case, that you're looking to just patch things here and there to get by, then blow up the team, man. Trade Aaron Judge, trade everybody. Because obviously you don't give a crap. You don't give a crap. You don't give a crap. And just say it. We don't care. We really don't care. You suckers are coming to the stadium. You're buying tickets. You're buying food. You're buying T-shirts. We're good. Go win a freaking championship. It's not that difficult. Open the coffers, man. One time. Go get Kyle Tucker. Go get a starting pitcher that's decent to take some pressure off the starters that are coming back. When they come back, those starters are going to the goddamn bullpen for all I care. Who cares where you put them? Make your bullpen even stronger. But no, the Yankees are loyal to their players to a fault. Are loyal to a fault. They will play a guy when he sucks, and they'll put pressure on the young guys to come up, and they'll put pressure on pitchers to perform. And because there's no rhyme and reason how they put this team together. Why? Which leads me, oops, I'm sorry, to their current mindset. They don't want to win. They'll talk out of one side of their mouth. They don't want to win. They'll break their necks talking like this. Preaching nonsense. They don't want to win. There's times I agree with how you shouldn't have to have a $300 million payroll, but God damn it, you do. You already do. You already do. The Mets have one. The Dodgers have one. Believe me, if the Blue Jays want to keep certain people on their team, like say a Bo Bichette, they're going to have more money to add to that. It's not easy. It's not easy because these teams that don't spend, that get higher picks up in the draft, have all that talent on their team that's controllable for said 6 years. So they're going to be competitive against you at a lower payroll. It's just how the system works. Now, if baseball were to change and say, hey, if you're not spending, guess what? You don't get first picks in the draft. Sorry. If your payroll is not at X, Y, and Z dollars, 150, 160, you don't get, the top 10 picks because of your record. Screw that. You need to show us that you're spending the money. And if you're not, then you're not going to get there. You forfeit your pick and it goes to other teams. There's got to be some sort of rules that's set in place. Same thing for the luxury tax. If you're not spending, then the money that goes to those teams that aren't spending actually goes back to the team that chipped in the most. Maybe they get 1%, maybe get half back, 50% back. If those teams aren't spending, where's the money going? That's MLB for you. They're so screwed up in the CBA. Fix that. So maybe that's Steinbrenner's problem. Oh, my tax, I'm paying $57+ million a year in tax. Okay, well, I don't know. That's the rules, man. Y'all agreed to it back in the day. So fix it then. Lower the tax. Lower the tax or increase the tax level. I don't freaking know. Maybe the first level starts at $300 million. It is 2020. Well, going to be 2026. Maybe that doesn't work anymore. Right? All this repeat offense nonsense. Repeat offense, dude. Baseball teams spending money and getting star players. Yes, of course, you're going to have the greatest revenue. But it's great for the sport. People come out to watch the game. Do you want baseball to become like a newspaper that nobody reads anymore? Because they get all their news online, digitally. Is that what MLB wants? Because that's where the trend's going. If you look at the younger generation, they're fickle, bro. A lot of them, they want things instantaneously now, and if it's not given to them, they move on. That's their mindset. So be grateful the older generation appreciates going out to a ballpark with the family, which costs a tremendous amount of money nowadays between parking. I took my family to a spring training game a few years ago. I think I spent like $300 between buying a couple of jerseys, or a couple of t-shirts, food, souvenirs. It's expensive. So once again, I have to disagree with Hal with the rumors saying that he wants to keep the payroll below 275. I don't see it. Then what are we doing here, bro? Just throwing the season, because if you're going to mix and match and patch, that makes no sense. Maybe you're going to make trades. Maybe have some teams eat some of that payroll from the trade that you're making. It's going to bring somebody good to the team. I don't know. But just sitting here and rolling over and letting teams come in and do what they want to do and just watch them build legacies while yours fades away. Listen, you're the Yankee brand. I get it. There's mystique there. But eventually, when other teams surpass you in what they're doing, and it might take them a few years, it might even take the Dodgers 5 years to surpass you if they start winning a whole bunch of championships in a row. They will become the new mystique and replace you. Believe me, history has a weird way of repeating itself. And people who don't learn will learn, as my grandma would say. If you can't hear, you're going to feel. So stop the cockamamie nonsense with this money issue. Go take the money you have and invest it in other things to make you more money that you could dump back in it, or you keep it for yourself. But Jesus, do something. You got to have smart people around you. They've got to be smart. They've got to know what they're doing. And look, dude, if you don't want to play in this field anymore, then sell the team to somebody who is a Yankee fan who's got money, or bring in a partner who's a Yankee fan that's got money and buy out the rest of the people that are so-called on this privatized board that are reaping profits and constantly possibly yelling at you or telling you we need to make more money and keep payroll slim. They're not the people you want on your team. If that's the mindset of the Yankees, you need to know that. So with that said, I wish I could say I have faith in them this offseason. I don't know. They sound like they're bargain shopping, you know. Don't know. So same nonsense as next year. The Blue Jays will get better. I'm sure the Dodgers will continue to buy and win. They're like, oh, we got one more to get a three-peat, so let's double down again. The Mets are going to be competitive because that's Steve Cohen's promise to the fans. So there you have it. Your so-called little baby brother next door to you, which is will soon become Unc, right? You'll be nephew. The Yankees will be nephew. The Blue Jays are in your division. Boston has a young team and going to build. I'm sure they're going to spend some money this offseason because they got rid of Devers' contract. And then you got the Dodgers. Anybody else in baseball, I don't really worry too much about. And Chicago Cubs, they seem like they're building something special over there. They had a really good year this year. The Brewers, listen, they were great this year, but you know you have to look at that division, right? Who are they playing? Seriously. So no. Anyway. That's it, man. That's all I got. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you have anything to say within the comments. If I'm right, if I'm crazy, I'm mad, you agree, disagree. Share your thoughts and opinions. I'll comment them on the next show. Sorry I couldn't come on early in the week. I know I promised Monday. My work schedule is killing me right now. So try to keep the shows about 20 minutes. Hop on when I can. But wanted to once again give Aaron Judge a big congrats. Big congrats. Thank you. Here we go. We're up. Awesome work as well. That's it. As for the Paul Skeens rumors, man, would I love that guy in pinstripes. Man, if we can make that happen. Man, will Pittsburgh trade him? I doubt it. But that'll look good. Just off the coffers, just off the top of the head, right? Coffers, wrong word. Just the top of the head. Will Warren's gone. Luis Hill's gone. Pirates need pitching. They already got an outfield. They want Jason Dominguez. He's gone. Love Jason, but he's gone. Possibly Spencer Jones. One of the two. They're not getting both. So either Spencer Jones and Jason, one of the two. Another pitching prospect from the minors, probably a Ben Hess or Bryce Cunningham, one of those guys. And that's where I'm starting. And maybe a catcher. I think Austin Wells might be gone. That's it. That way, Ben Rice could become a catcher. Cody Bellinger could play first base if they bring him back, right? Hear me out. And they could pick up a catcher, say a JT Realmuto, to kind of train Ben Rice, right? Stop trying to spoon feed him to be a first baseman. Yeah, okay, I got it. He wasn't that bad. Goldschmidt did the best that he could with them. He's still young and he could learn. But, who knows how that project's going to turn out. But get a good defensive infield first baseman. That's what I would do. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening to my mad rants and raves about the Yankees. I do wish I had some positive feelings. I don't. Maybe they'll surprise me. I don't see it. I don't see it. I want them to get Bo Bichette, Kyle Tucker, maybe this Tatsuyama Imai, maybe him, right? Because he could potentially be a swingman. Tarek Skubal, it's not going to happen. Yeah, he even said he wants to stay in Detroit. I don't see that happening, and he's a free agent next year. So why give up all this money to get him now? Not money, all these players get him now, and he might opt for free agent, which you might not be able to sign him again. Remember, the Yankees have a lot of heavy contracts. Cole's contract, Judge's contract, Rodon, Max Fried. I can go down. I think just between 5 or 6 guys, there's over $100 million in contracts there. So you can see where the team is very heavy in contracts. Now, the good thing is with the CBA coming up, you have the potential to offset some of that because the players don't get paid during that time. If they strike, there's no pay. So teams don't make any money either because nobody coming to the stadium, but they don't have to pay out that payroll. So it's 6 and 1, half a dozen another, I guess, right? Kind of evens itself out. Everything resets. But yeah, so it's an interesting way to look at it. But we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. And Lord only hopes. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Anyway, I'm out. Peace. Love you guys. Thank you for listening to my craziness. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Really appreciate it. And I will see you guys soon. Peace.